أشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
I'm a Muslim because I see that Islam is a complete way of life for me.
I'm a Muslim because when you look at all of the different faiths, all of the different belief systems in the world, you look at Islam and you see that Islam has that fine balance between the religion from God and also a religion that's consistent with our intellect.
I am Muslim because I believe in the oneness of Allah and I believe in the existence of Allah.
I am Muslim because it makes sense to me that there is a creator who made everything.
I am Muslim because Islam made sense to me. It fulfilled those questions I was asking, because throughout my life I was asking those important questions. Who am I? Where have I come from? What's my purpose?
So I'm Muslim because it is the truth. I wasn't born a Muslim. Alhamdulillah, I was guided to the truth.
I'm a Muslim because I use my logic. It's pretty much as simple as that. If you apply logic to anything, then it will make sense to you, because it is something personal to you, of course.
So the reason I chose to be Muslim is because I feel peace and contentment through submitting to my Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
It connects with our natural state, which is to believe in the Creator. And we have really good evidences for the existence of God, for the Quran itself, for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Couldn't find any answers, and not finding answers led me to become really depressed, suffer from loads of existential anxiety for several years. And then only when I found Islam by the grace of Allah, that everything fell into place.
For me, I would say this is a challenge set to humanity, and this is a challenge which has never been met. If it had ever been met, you could turn around and say that tomorrow I would denounce Islam. Forget that. Today you would denounce Islam.
Islam tells me how to treat my neighbors, how to be kind to my wife, how to raise my family, how to be a good person in society.
Because throughout my life I've always known that man was not created by self, but was created by something greater.
And it's the only religion that makes complete sense to me. After looking at all the other ways of life, you will always come to the conclusion that Islam is the truth. And alhamdulillah, I've found complete guidance in this way of life. And everything makes sense to me, in terms of what is right and what is wrong. Who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how I can build that relationship with Him, and what is my purpose in life, and why did He create me, and what I'm doing now, and where am I going to go, inshallah.
Also makes sense to me that this creator sends people to help us live our lives, and it makes sense to me that the creator is one, different to his creation.
It doesn't tell you to follow blind faith, but it tells you to use your intellect. It tells you to reflect. And when you read the Quran, it doesn't tell you to close your eyes and just believe in it. It tells you to open your eyes and look outside. And the more you look at science, the more you look at the world, the more that you look at the creation of God, the more that you believe in the Quran.
Over 1400 years on, the challenge still stands and has never been met. The only conclusion that you can actually really come to is that Islam makes sense. End of. That's pretty much why I am a Muslim.
All the questions were answered, and I found that true happiness and satisfaction that I was looking for. That void, the emptiness in my heart that was there, was fulfilled through worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And the only one worthy of our worship, our gratitude, and the one that we should think about before we do anything.
And this message of Islam is nothing new. It's exactly the same message as the message of Nuh alayhi salam, Noah, Moses, Jesus, peace be upon them all. And I believe firmly that if any of them were here today, they would be following the same religion. And you can back this up by just looking at their teachings. So this is why I believe in Islam.
And how to get to the ultimate goal, paradise. That's why I'm Muslim.
To be honest, since I've become a Muslim, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, there's not a single cell in my body that would testify otherwise that Islam is the truth.
So this is, all of this sums up my purpose in this life, and this is what every human being should be looking for, and I feel that I found that with Islam. Alhamdulillah.
This is why I'm Muslim.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا
Descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God, from God, from God, from God, from God, from God.